There's this self that has always been us. This is the me, the I, that is the most true. And as this self comes into human personality, body, family, and community, there's the imprinting or expectation or shape offered by the human environment, by relationship, by other, that sometimes creates a tension where there is the often developmentally created habit of shaping ourselves into what is expected or acceptable through the paradigms of others. So, what does it mean for us to focus our courage, our sense of view back into who we actually are, back into the identity, the sovereignty, the knowing of self before any conditioning? One way that we can reorient ourselves is, rather than this low level hypervigilance constantly pinging, echolocating with our environment to see what's okay, what's not okay, we can instead reorient our perception towards those who do support us in our authenticity, in our vastness, as our truth. Sometimes we become so accustomed to the pain self, to the pain narrative, that we keep recreating it even when there is an opportunity for true connection, for truly being received, for truly being met. So let's take a moment today to go through our narrative, both in our past and in our present, and feel the support from those in the seen and unseen worlds, on the soul level, on the human level. And there are a lot of places where we could find pain narratives, where we could wish that it had been different, where we could find places to feel victimized. And this time, we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on what was yes. And we're going to go through our narrative and find all of those light imprints, those imprints of light that maybe we missed at the time because we got focused on the dark places. And we'll feel that here and now, today too, and available in our future too. So we go back behind and before this lifetime to the place between worlds, to the moment where we're choosing to come to this planet. So find yourself there. And notice that before you choose what family to incarnate into, you're actually choosing to come to planet Earth. So the first relationship, the first choosing, is you said, I want to go there. And Mother Earth said, yes. You said, I want to be there. Mother Earth said, yes, I want you to come. So feel this first relationship, this first mutual choosing. Feel in your heart how this communication happened. What is the way your full self, before embodiment, communicated with Mother Earth, made contact, and she made contact back. And the portals opened as she said yes. Find this heart communication. Will you host me? Will you feed me? Will you make me from your elements? Will you teach me? Will you ground me? Will you let me call you my home? Our first vast and continuous mother. And notice that you are wanted. Notice the reciprocity, the mutual desire. The gravitational fields that are love. There was a party and you wanted to go, and the host said, yes, I want you to come to my party. I want you to be here with me, with us. And now notice, before you incarnate, all of your friends who had already arrived there, who would be there to receive you, who would be your teachers, mentors, elders, preparing the foundation for you to enter. Feel them now. They might be points of light scattered across the landscape. They might show up as individual faces of beings that you eventually met in human form. They might be a feeling in your heart. Feel those who came before you, who prepared the grounds for you, and who made sure that they would be available for you to meet them in human form so that they could provide protection and guidance. Anyone who has been your support, your elder, your guide, your teacher in human form, anyone older than you, consider them saying to you, I'll go first. I'll create a landing for you. I'll catch you when you come. I'll catch you when you're old enough. I'll be here when you need me. Like you're apprehensive about jumping into a pool or a river, and they're already like you're wondering whether to jump into the river, and they're already in the water and they're telling you, come in. So now you need to get there. Is there a woman who will serve as your portal, who will serve as your entry gate, who will build you into materiality, who will literally create you as a human being within her own human body? Are there beings who will help you survive when you're too tiny to know how to survive by yourself? Will someone help you build a human form? Someone said yes. I'll bring you in. I will give you the nourishment of my body. I will give you the physical shelter that I have, that I live in. I will give you material things that I buy for you. I will be the one responsible to make sure that you survive. With all the time, energy, sacrifice, difficulty, money, emotion, and unknown, there was a human woman who said, I want to do all that because I want this being to be here. And however the soul of that woman had become configured into the personality mind, the deep knowing of that being was still illuminated to the deep knowing of your being, knowing exactly who was coming in with no mistake, with no blindness to who you really are. She knew what she was getting into. She knew what she was saying yes to. And so does she want this soul being on planet Earth? Yes. Feel her making herself available as a portal for you. And so through her, the gates open and you enter. And when you're still adjusting to physicality, to body, environment, language, thought, during all that time of assimilation, you're given care by others who help you survive and grow. Until finally you're in adult form and you can care for yourself. Notice the beings along the way who helped you learn, who gave you key imprints. They may have been tree beings, or rock beings, or animal beings, or river beings in your backyard, or the gorgeous arrays of nature that you may have visited at different times. They may be friends who helped you develop a sense of humor, sense of kindness, understanding what human struggle is by experiencing it ourselves. Feel how the being that you are now and that you are yet becoming is perfectly shaped by both the ease and the difficulty. They kept reminding you of something about yourself, that perhaps were preparing you for greater unfolding. And now feel the beings who you feel at this phase of your unfolding match the deep essence of your heart space. Again, you may feel them as points of light across space. You may have images of faces of beings that you know, or maybe don't yet know. They may be older or younger than you. They may even be children. They may be teachers or students, friends, or even just acquaintances. They may be family members or animals. They may be people that you have not met, but that you know about, that you've seen and learned from through books or even online. Let's take a moment now to feel one by one whoever comes up in your heart mind. Feel how they know you without words. Maybe sometimes you have areas of squabbles or difficulty, or perhaps there's a couple blind spots, but past that, finding the knowing between your hearts. The ways that this knowing sustains you, and allow yourself to breathe it in. Feel this being reflecting your true nature and receive that reflection. Perhaps you're looking in each other's eyes, or maybe they're giving you a hug. However you receive them, however you feel met by them. Take your time and keep bringing up one by one. Feel the reciprocity. Feel the deep recognition of essence seeing essence. Realize that you are seeing them and they are seeing you. Feel how they honor what they see. Feel how you're honored. Feel how you matter, how you're respected. How you're valued. Feel how your presence is important to them. Perhaps because you have an intimate relationship. Perhaps even if you have never met, because you're doing the same soul work on this planet. And there's a knowing beyond space and time and beyond circumstance of that partnership. There's a mutuality, a knowing of shared mission. And this shared mission is a deep belonging. Feel our love for each other as a natural, inevitable result of our mutual love for truth, God, spirit, love, life, whatever you call it. Feel how that which most matters to you is that which most matters to this other being too. And in that mutual love, mutual reverence, shared purpose, feel the communion in that. The roots that we've intertwined with each other deep underground as we stand in our true alignment. And now feel for a moment not just these individual beings one by one, but all of the beings in the hundreds, thousands, millions. That you can feel through your heart like this underground mycelium network, this web of light. of mutual knowing of what's deeply important despite all else. Feel the belonging in that, the partnership in that. The teamwork, the mutual seeing, simply through the field, simply through the collective consciousness and beyond, through the intuitive knowing, past the earth perception, through the perception that you've always had. And of course, as we do this, our perception opens to all those in the unseen realms and the other worlds and the worlds where we came from and all the worlds that support this world. Feel our partnership across dimensions. Sit within your heart as you feel this one pulse, this one deep intuitive knowing and recognition of each other. Feel how you have a place. Feel how you know exactly where you are in the grand order of things. Feel how you are a necessary piece. Feel how you're woven into the web. Feel the thickness and the solidity and the certainty of this unbreakable force. Fullness. Like all the holes are filled in. All the blank spaces are colored in. So there's no empty space, there's just ocean. Stay in the heart and feel this giant, unending presence of self, of beingness, pulsing through all of us, no matter our form. This one message of light, pulsing, 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 just like blood pulses through our veins. This network of light through all of us pulses. This one message, this one knowing, this one unspoken everythingness within the silence. It's all knowing and all words and all communication at once. This one eternal belonging. And feel how this everythingness embraces you and let it squish you tight around your physical body to feel its hug. Feel the contact. Feel how you are noticed and needed and held, seen and celebrated in the one great song. That sings through all of us, constantly, day and night. And feel from deep reverence and deep brotherhood all those in the unseen realms who've been guiding you. They've got your eye. They've got their eye on you. You may have had your eye on something else, but they've had their eye on you. When in the moments you thought you were alone, you weren't. And right now, there are legions of angels waiting for you to look. And say hi to the soul family you've always known. And your awareness of them sends a river of joy through the fabric of beingness. A celebration of our togetherness. So where does this vastness fit in the physical body? Feeling our earth root connection to the Great Mother who said yes to us. Feeling our grounding with her like an umbilical cord that never has to be cut. Feeling our own womb as a portal between worlds and a center for life, whether or not it has or will ever hold a baby. This fractal that we are. The strength of the solar plexus, holding the power of our individuality in this form. The certainty of the heart, present throughout all storms, connecting all aspects of everything, sewing together all the pieces. This portal between individual and infinite. The open throat center that allows for the expression of the undifferentiated through the uniqueness of what has been and is now you, here, speaking what only you can speak. The knowing within the center of the mind, not just the biological, but the big, deep, forever mind. The perception that you continue to hold and that continues to unfold in the open crown. The continuous fountain of light. May we walk here humbly and courageously and beautifully in the physical form that we have adorned, sharing all of ourselves. Thank you for this grace.